we're on. Bow. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
How long has it been, Ben?
It's been a couple of months, I think.
Since we did our last video podcast.
Yeah.
But the viewers at home might not have known that because I timed them out. We did 6 on that one day. We had that marathon day, and then I kind of time release formulaed them out over the last month. So maybe nobody even knew.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a while.
And I wore a striped shirt today, which I forgot you're not supposed to wear when you film because it's all
It's
crazy.
a bit of a faux pas.
The moire effect, I think it's called. So next time, sorry about that, everyone. If my shirt hypnotizes you, I'm sorry. Ben's head is also a little shiny.
Very, very shiny.
We can't do anything about that, though.
No.
There's no solution. Okay.
We just don't shower for a few days. I think.
Baby powder. Have you ever tried talcum powder?
No, I've never. Actually.
All right.
That's one for me to try.
Put that on the list
Yeah.
of things we need to do before next podcast. Okay, so today we're going to talk about music. This is from a new part of the website that says 영어로 쓰는 단상. Okay, 새로 제가 만든 코너입니다. Okay, and I write a little bit short pieces, short articles about various things in English because most of my site is written in Korean.
Yeah.
But there needs to be some English because it's an English learning site, right? So obviously we need some English in there. So that's why I started making this site. So today's topic is the rapper Shwayze에.
Shwayze?
Shwayze에, like Patrick Swayze, except with an H sound. So have you heard of Shwayze에?
No, can't say I have.
He's from Malibu. Have you heard of Malibu?
Malibu, yes, where all the rich people live.
That's right. Good job, Ben. Malibu.
In LA?
Yes, right, on the coast. Britney Spears also has a home there, and a lot of famous celebrities. It's on the coast, right above the city of Santa Monica. It's just north of Santa Monica, where Baywatch was filmed. You probably, the world's number one drama, Baywatch. I've never seen a single episode.
You've never seen a single episode? It's one of my favourites growing up.
Really? Baywatch?
Saturday evening TV.
Wow. With, what's his name? David Hasselhoff?
Yeah, the Hoff.
The Hoffster.
Yeah.
I no, never saw a single episode except once I was in the Philippines in 1997 and I saw an episode on TV there, but I had never seen it in America. I
Wow.
never seen Baywatch but I heard it was famous around the world. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, around for years and years and years.
Well, we better get on topic. So today I wanted to write about Shwayze에 because I found out about his music when I was watching a commercial for the iPhone in America.
Okay.
And you know the iPhone commercials are pretty much the same all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have celebrities, they don't have any kind of sponsorship like that or anybody promoting the product. They just show the iPhone and a hand model,
Yeah.
right? And what the iPhone can do, and there's usually some hip music playing in the background, right? Some cool music.
Standard kind of Apple.
Right, Apple stuff, some kind of
iPods
alternative
and,
sounding music. And I heard a song in the background that I thought sounded really interesting, really cool, kind of high-level hip-hop music. And so I Googled a couple of lines of the lyrics that I could hear. And then I found out that it was Shwayze에, and I downloaded the whole album. So in England now, do you use Google as a verb, like to Google something? 네, 구글이라는 거 원래 고유 명사였는데 이제 그냥 일반 명사처럼 써요. So to Google something이라고 말이 써요. So I Googled it. I Googled his name. A lot of people when they have a blind date or they meet somebody, they do a little 뒷조사. They do a little background investigation on the person, right? They find out they're gonna meet somebody, and then they get their name card, their business card, and 집에 들어가서 그 컴퓨터 켜보고 거기 그 사람의 이름 구글 검색창에다가 쳐서 그 검색하는 사람 많아요, right? So, have you ever Googled anybody, Ben?
I've Googled myself.
What were the results?
Anything
good? Anything surprising?
No, nothing bad. I actually did it just yesterday.
Googled yourself? Well, now you must show up from these videos. I guess your full name is
I've put my full name. It had my LinkedIn profile, which is a social networking
for business.
That came up the first few results. But,
we're not even LinkedIn. We need a LinkedIn.
No, we should do that.
We haven't even done that yet.
But other than myself, no, I haven't really Googled other people.
You never Googled a girl, a friend, or a girl you were interested in? Yeah. Look at his English trying to hide it.
Maybe I did, but nothing came up.
Nothing. Well, the
Is that a
problem
good thing or a bad thing? I don't
if
know.
you have a really common name, then you can't find anything.
Yeah.
그 정말 흔한 이름 가지고 있는 사람은 구글 해봤자 아무것도 안 나와요. 왜냐면 누구인지 알 수 없잖아요. There's too many people with the same name. So if you said, for example, if your name is like, Ben Gibson is probably fairly common too, don't you think?
I don't know. That's not my name. So.
Oh, whatever your name is. What is it? Oh, sorry about that. All right, I got you confused with Mel Gibson.
Yes, it happens quite a lot.
Mel Gibson. Okay, sorry. But if your name is common, then you can never really find the person unless you type in some other search terms with it.
Well, when I Google myself, I put my name in
Your
with
hometown?
Korea
Oh, Korea. Okay, there you go.
to see if anything came up.
Well, if we start putting these videos up with your full name, then things will show up. You want me to do that?
Oh, we could. Yeah,
I'll
we
make
could
you
try.
famous.
Make me famous.
I'll make
yeah.
you Okay, let's look at the vocab. So I downloaded the whole album on iTunes, and I was really happy to find out that it didn't have a lot of filler. Okay, the album, every song on the album was worth listening to, which is really rare.
Yeah.
A lot of singers these days usually anchor an album with one or two good songs, and the rest is just garbage. And I really hate that. That's why I stopped buying music.
Yeah, they just give the singles that they think are going to be big hits.
Mm-hmm.
One or two singles, and then the rest of it is stuff you don't want to listen
It's
to.
like they could have just improvised the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't even practice. There's no melody. There's nothing there at all. It's just a waste of money. And I don't want to spend, $16 on an album that's just trash and one good song.
Yeah.
So, but I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised to find out that this Shwayze에 album, almost every song on there is a hit. It's worth listening to. So that means we could say it has no filler. Filler is that 그 쓸데없는 거. Filler is 들을만 하지도 않은 곡들. We call that filler. And you can also have filler in an essay. Like somebody stated their main point, and then they just go on and on and on to try to fill up the space. 공간만 채우려고 쓸데없는 글, 그것도 filler이라고 합니다. So essay에서 진짜 많이 볼 수 있습니다. There's a lot of people who write filler essays, or they say the same thing in different words over and over and over. They don't have enough content, so they just fill it up with filler. Okay, so that's what that is. Let's look at the vocab. So I mentioned here too that Michael Jackson's big goal with the Thriller album was to make an album where every song was what he called a killer, like a killer hit. That was his big goal with the Thriller album. And it seems to be true because it was the greatest selling album of all time. And if you listen to the songs on there, like every single on there is a hit. Yeah. So that's admirable. That's an admirable goal for a singer. Okay, number 2 on the vocab word is commercial. Now, a lot of Korean people say CF.
CF,
for commercial. Do you use that?
No.
I've never heard that
never
before.
heard
I don't even know where that came from. So, 광고, 우리 TV 광고에 대해서 얘기할 때 우리 commercial이라고 해요. TV advertisement, TV commercial이라고 해요. 근데 commercial 물론 그 형용사형이면 산업적인 그런 의미도 있는데 이건 명사형이에요. 그리고 광고이라는 뜻입니다. Okay, so you use commercial in England too?
Yeah, ad.
Okay, right. Ad, and then usually we use ads, radio ads, we say radio ads, and what about newspaper ads, right?
Ad, yeah. Generally we would say adverts.
Right, adverts. Okay, so they shorten ads to adverts, okay? We use this too, but mostly we use ads, or advertisements, right? Advertisements. But CF 무슨 약자인지도 모르겠어요. 우리 안 써요. 영어권 나라에서 CF이라는 단어 안 씁니다. So I think it must stand for like maybe commercial feature or commercial film or something. I don't know what the F stands for.
No idea.
But I never heard CF until I came to Korea, and then I heard it, right? Okay, so that's commercial. Can you read the next one?
To copy down.
Right. So I use this in the context of the lyrics that I heard on TV. I copied them down.
Copied them down.
Right. So you can copy down someone's name. You can copy down somebody's contact info. It's 적어놓는 거. 적어두다. Okay. So copy down. It's similar to write down. Right. It's the same as write down. Okay. Next, to Google something. We talked about that. An interesting side note about to Google something. is that companies don't want their names to become standard common usage nouns or verbs. They don't want that. Because then it becomes, they can't protect it as a trademark or as their name anymore. So for example, the Xerox company, that used to become synonymous with 복사하는 거, with copy. We used to say, can you Xerox this for me? But Xerox did not want that to happen, because then they lose control of their name. They can't trademark or whatever it is, that name anymore. So Google probably does not want this to become too broad, because then they lose control over it. What else is there? There's like a Kleenex, and a lot of brands that became 원래 회사 이름이었는데 그 분야 너무 대표적인 회사 돼서 그냥 일반 명사, 일반 동사 돼버리는 경우 많아요. And that's not good for a company. They don't want that. Okay, next, can you read the next one?
Audible.
Audible. So what does that mean?
It's listenable.
Right.
You can hear.
Something you can hear. So for example, we're in a conference room now, but I can hear the people next door to us. So I could say their voice is audible.
Yeah.
Okay, 형용사. It's an adjective. So something could be audible or inaudible that you can't hear, right? Okay, next, big break. So for big break, 성공할 기회. So 드디어 성공할 기회 다가왔어요. 왔습니다. Then you would say, I finally got my big break. And 과거형으로 많이 써요. He finally got his big break. Or his big break came when 뭐뭐 많이 쓰죠.
Like your big break came when you were on EBS recently.
Right. Was that my big break? I think that was a small break because...
Well, we are hoping.
We'll hope that we can maybe in the future say that was my big break. Yeah, we had a mini break. No, you guys call mini break is like a vacation in England, right?
Yeah,
mini
mini break.
Yeah, we don't use that.
A weekend vacation.
Mini break. Yeah. Do you know what we call that in America?
No.
I don't know either. Just a little vacation.
You don't go on vacation.
That's right. We just work all the time. Okay, so big break, yeah, it means that. So you could say, like Britney Spears got her big break when she was on Mouseketeers Club or whatever that thing was.
Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah, I'm just making this up. This is not true. This is an example sentence. I don't really know about Britney Spears too much. Okay, can you do the next one?
Preview.
Right. So in this case, preview can be a verb, or in this case, it is a verb. A verb or a noun. So 예고편, in that case, it would be we watched the previews before the movie started, right? We watched the previews. A lot of people like the previews the most, right?
I like watching.
They're fun. And then, so to preview something can be 미리 듣다, but it can also be 미리 보다. So, for example, if you go to iTunes and you want to listen to a song, it says preview, which is strange because you're not viewing it; you're actually listening to it. And in Korean, there's that. They distinguish between the two. Yeah, so one is 미리 듣다, which is to hear something ahead of time, and one is 미리 보다, which is to see something ahead of time. Yeah, but in English we use preview for both. So you can preview a song, right? Okay, and then we talked about filler. So like it says here, 나머지 공간을 채우려고 넣은 실속이 없거나 별로 좋지 않은 내용. So when you fill something up, an essay, a book, an article, a CD, with low quality music or low quality content, just to fill it up. Okay, that's called filler. And then can you do the next one?
Practice.
Right, so this practice is not to practice an instrument. 이거 연습 아니라고요. 이거는 연습한다는 그런 의미보다 행동, 행위, 그것도 practice이라고 해요. So for example, 이거 바람직하지 않은, 좋지 않은 행동입니다. This is an unfavorable and unfortunate practice, a regrettable practice. 그런 식으로 쓰셔도 됩니다. Okay? Alright, next, rampant. So we use rampant when we talk about, let's say, for example, it's kind of similar to the word ubiquitous. You know, Koreans love the word ubiquitous. ubiquitous한 그 단어 정말 많이 쓰시죠, 한국 분들은. Ubiquitous means 어디서나 찾을 수 있는. And there's a word in Korean, 편재하는, 근데 많이 안 쓰는 단어이지만 어디서 존재하는, 어디서나 존재한다는 의미인데 we use that to describe, for example, something that is everywhere. So, for example, you can say pollution is ubiquitous.
Yes.
You can't escape pollution. And also radiation now, thanks to the tsunami. You could say is ubiquitous. You can't escape it. ubiquitous 그런 의미입니다. So for example, also something usually 부정적인 의미로 쓴다면 rampant 대신에 많이 써요. So for example, 사기, fraud is rampant, okay, in the government, or you could say corruption is rampant. 그런 식으로 쓰는 단어입니다. ubiquitous하고 비슷한 의미입니다. Okay, rampant. To feel scammed. So have you felt scammed recently?
No, not for a long time.
When was the last time?
I can't remember. It's so long ago. I try not to get myself into those situations.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose last time maybe was when I went back to England, and the air ticket was more than 50% more than I'd ever paid before.
Wow, that is a scam.
So yeah, I felt scammed because for years it'd been the same price.
And then all of a sudden, super expensive?
Yeah.
That's too bad. What a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so scam은 사기, 이렇게 명사형도 되고, it's a scam. 그거는 완전 사기다. That's a complete scam. 이라고 할 수도 있고, I got scammed. I feel scammed. 내가 바가지 쓴 것 같다. I feel ripped off. 이것도 많이 써요. I got ripped off. Okay, I feel like I've gotten ripped off. Okay, 그렇게 쓰셔도 되고, killer. Okay, 한국말도 뭐 이런 곡이 있듯이, 이런 말이 있듯이, okay, 이 곡이 죽이네, 이거 죽이는 곡이네. Okay, this is a killer song, right? This is a killer. What else do we use? Killer song. This is a killer something. But I guess the only thing that I can think of right now is song. But that's totally killer. Like some people say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally killer, man. 완전 속어이지만 it's a slang expression. 근데 쓰는 사람 많아요. Okay. All right, and then inclinations. 무슨 뭐뭐 할 경향, 성향. Okay, he has an inclination to do something, to act that way. Okay, or that's a good or bad inclination. And record label. 우리 보통 음반 회사에 대해서 얘기할 때 그냥 label이라고 제일 많이 써요. Okay, we also say clothing labels, right?
Yeah.
So 명품 뭐 DKNY 이런 거는 fashion label이라고 해요. Clothing label, fashion label 그런 식으로 하면 돼요. Okay, anything to add?
No, I think that you covered it really.
That was a comprehensive podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I would just like to say the last album that I listened to that didn't have any filler.
Yeah, tell us. Okay.
Was Kanye West. Kanye West's latest one. I found every track on that to be
really
to be of a very, very high standard.
Well, how did you feel about his outburst though at the Grammys though? Because I mean, there's him as a musician and there's him as a person.
I don't care much for the man.
Okay, well you can accept the music.
The music,
all right.
I found was really good.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure he'll appreciate this endorsement.
Yeah.
All
Kanye,
right.
if you're listening.
Send Ben a free T-shirt or something. All right. Well, thanks everyone for stopping by, and we will see you on the next EnglishandKorean.com podcast. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
That was a long